What is up, guys? Welcome to Alpha Trading with FX Kelly. Now in this video, we're going to be looking at the weekly analysis for the upcoming week. I only trade major pairs, so I'll be focusing more on the USD pairs, with the exception of USDCHF and USDJPY. For some reason, I don't enjoy trading those, but it is what it is. You can still apply this strategy to other currency pairs and you still yield positive results. Trust me. We'll also be looking at the news releases that will be coming out this week and how we presume it's going to affect the currency markets. Now, in trading, the less you do, the more you actually gain. So I've limited myself to taking a maximum of 3 trades every week. So I'll be sharing with you my top 3 currency pairs for the week. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, so I'll try and make this video as short and precise as possible. Okay, let's get right into it. Now, as a trader, there are 3 websites that you need to help you to understand what the market is doing. Okay, so the first website I want to talk to you about is TradingView. I just want you to understand what you're seeing on the screen. Now, TradingView shows you different charts of different currency pairs. Okay, it shows you a candlestick chart of different currency pairs, and that really helps you to understand what the market is trying to say. Okay, with the Forex chart, it's like a language, it's like a financial language. So you have to read the charts to be able to understand what the market is trying to communicate to you. Do you understand? So TradingView helps us with that, to analyze the market, to see what the market is trying to tell us. That is it going up? Is it going down? Is it ranging? All these you can see from TradingView. Okay. Now I use Finvest.com to check the strengths of every currency. All right. It gives me an idea of how strong a currency is at the moment, and it changes, with time, and gives you the actual strength of every currency pair or every currency. Then we have Forex Factory here. That gives you the news release for the week and what the big thinkers or the big boys are thinking the market is going to do for every currency. Okay, and when there is a bank holiday, they also show it here. So I usually don't like trading on bank holidays. So it helps save a lot of money. Yeah. Now I usually analyze my charts during the weekend so that I know what I'm doing throughout the week. Okay, so I usually start with dollar index. Now I check dollar index to know what the dollar is doing, the strength, whether it's being bullish or it's being bearish, because I only trade major pairs. And this dollar index, DXY, shows you what USD is doing at the moment. All right. So here is what I do. Now, before I show you what I do, these rectangles here are key levels for me. All right. Key levels are where price comes to either reject or break and then retest. It's like where price comes to decide what to do next. All right. So the darker ones are the weekly key levels, and then the lighter ones are the daily key levels. I only draw my key levels with daily and weekly charts. Okay. I think in subsequent videos, I'll show you how to draw your key levels effectively. Yeah. All right. So what I'm seeing here is for last week, the previous week, I'm seeing a very strong bearish candle for the XY. It means for last week, USD lost a lot of strength. And this bearish candle has consumed 4 weeks of price action. All right. So in actual sense, just last week has consumed 4 weeks of what the USD did in last month. Okay, so it means there are sellers in the market, and if you look here, you could see that USD is overbought. I'll explain all these in subsequent videos. Yeah, these terms that I'm using, overbought and all that. Okay, so I go to the daily, and then I look at what the daily is doing. So with the weekly, I could tell that there's a strong bearish candlestick, and I look at the daily, and I could tell that there's been a break of structure here. It came all the way down, and it came here and also broke another structure here. All right. So it means USD has started heading to the downside on the daily. Okay. Then we check the 4 hour. and you could see the same thing. So it's safe to say that USD is headed to the downside in the 4-hour chart, in the daily charts, and possibly the weekly charts. Yeah. So we know USD is losing strength. The technicals confirms it that yeah, we are selling USD. Everybody, most or majority people are selling USD. So we move with that. So we go to our first currency pair that we want to analyze, and we check the weekly. Now we could see a strong bullish on the weekly, kind of similar and opposite to what we saw in the USD pair or in DXY. Okay, so we go to the daily, and we could see that this market is was bearish and then it's now bullish. Okay, for our newbies, let me just do this marking. I'm not going to do it for all the charts, but I just want to do it for you to know and understand what I'm saying. All right. Okay. So there's been a break of structure here. As you can see here, price came, it broke here, came down, and then now reversed, change of character here to break this structure here. So there's a break of structure. So we are bullish on the daily charts. Yeah. So let's go to the 4-hour chart. And you could easily tell that you are bullish here. So with AUD USD, let's say we should be looking for buys, okay? But we just don't buy anywhere. Now, I usually buy at key levels. I don't buy anywhere aside key levels. That is why I have a lot of them marked here. That indicates where it's safe to buy because that is where price goes to make its decision, whether it's going to return or whether it's going to continue moving up. It goes to the key levels to make that decision. Not 100% of the time, but more often than not. Okay. And that's the safest place you could buy or sell. Now, confirming this with the technicals, you could see that it's saying buy here. That means price is actually headed to the upside. Yeah. Okay. So now that we've determined the direction of the market, there's a saying in Forex that goes, the trend is your friend. So the trend is now moving upwards. So there will be no logical reason for you to now sell at any point because everything is moving upwards. Okay. So we go to the lower time frames to search for our entry point. Now, entry points or entry signals are places or are candlestick patterns or chart patterns that indicate that okay, it's time to sell. Now the market doesn't move straight up. It moves up, retraces a bit to gather strength, moves up again, retraces a bit, but always breaks the structure, and then moves up to break a structure and comes to gather strength again. And that is how the market moves. It doesn't move in a straight line. Okay. So as traders, what we are trying to do is identify the trend, the direction of the market, and then buy at the best places possible. That's the lowest places possible. Okay. These are areas that we should be buying in these areas. You should not buy when the market is at its peak, right? You may lose that trade. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, market has broken the structure, come all the way up, broken the structure, and is looking like it's heading to the downside. Okay. So I consider this as a retracement. All right. So I'm expecting markets to come deeper into my key level. This is around psychological level where banks usually buy, the big boys usually buy at these places. All right. So I'm expecting market to do something like this and have a change of character. That's bullish break of structure here. And I'll continue its move to the upside. Okay. So during the week, I'll be looking out for my buy entries over here. So buy entries could include head and shoulder pattern. It could include engulfing candle pattern. Anything that indicates that the market is ready to change. It could be change of character, anything. So whatever works for you, you may not see all at once, but you may see some of them or maybe just one. that indicates that market is ready to continue its bullish move. So that is what I'll look for in my area of interest or in my key level. All right. So during the week, I'll be looking out for those entries in my key level. All right. Let's move on to the next pair. Now looking at Euro USD, you could see that there's been a strong bullish move, same as similar to what is on AUDUSD. And from experience, I can tell that this will run through all my major currencies because you could see that on USD too. All right, because USD lose strength and the other currencies gain strength. Yeah. So looking at the weekly chart, there's been no break of structure to the top side, just a huge engulfing candle. Okay. So it could be that price will decide to return from this point and continue going down. It's possible because trading is all about possibilities. All right. So what we have to do is wait for on a weekly for those who trade the bigger time frames. If you want to be sure that the weekly is now bullish, then you have to wait for a break of structure here on this level. Then you know that the weekly is now bullish. All right. But for us, we are not using just the weekly. We are using other time frames to confirm what we are seeing. So the weekly can be bullish and can be bearish, sorry. But let's go to the daily and confirm. Now looking at the daily, you can see that price actually came down and now has broken structure over here and it's now headed to the upside. Okay, so our daily is bullish and our 4 hour I can see is also bullish too, right? Because it's broken this structure right here and it's headed to the upside. Okay, so just like the AUD USD, I'm going to be looking for a retracement, a place where I can buy into this point. Now, if price decides to go all the way up without coming down to any of my area of interest or without even tapping the EMA, I'm good because I didn't see my entry signal. I didn't see my strategy in it. Okay. So you won't get all the trades. You have to trade what aligns with your rules and what aligns with your strategy. Okay. Price can decide to go straight up to here. I know price is coming here, but I'm not going to enter because this is not at an area of interest for me. This is not at a key level for me. Okay. So I'll just ignore this one unless I see price come all the way down here and see a change of character, and then I'm ready to buy into this place. All right. So for Euro USD, I'm just gonna sit on my hand. All right. Now from experience, I could tell that it's similar to GBPUSD. Okay, but let's still go through. Now price has broken through this and retest and now shot up. All right. I caught a trade over here last week, a head and shoulder trade, but let me just see if I can just quickly indicate that to you. Yeah. So I caught this trade last week. Yeah. And I bought here into this key level. Okay. And as you can see on the 30 minutes price broke this structure and broke through my key level, came to retest and then has headed to the upside. All right. So this is what we are expecting to see. This indicates that price is ready to move. So when price goes up and it retraces, this is called an engulfing candle where the green candle eats up the last red candle. Okay, it's headed to the downside a bit, and then there is a green candle that eats up the red candle totally. It's totally engulfs it. That's why we call it the engulfing candle, and then it indicates that price is ready to move up. If you go to the smaller time frames like the 5 minutes, you can see a change of character. Okay, so that is what I mean. So with this particular currency pair, I'll be expecting price to drop all the way down, maybe to this level, maybe a change of character, and then move straight up. All right. So if price is not at this key level, I'm ignoring this. Okay. So let's move on. NZDUSD is mostly similar to AUDUSD, but let's still go through. Yeah. So as you can see, it's the same thing over here. They're all identical. All right. Big bullish, and then we'll look for retracements and then buy. Okay. So let's go straight to the daily. Let's not waste time. Now the daily has actually broken through this key level and closed above it. So what we are expecting is that price will have to drop down and then wait and make sure we have our entry signal around this point before entering a buy. And we are buying straight to this point. Okay. All right. Let's check the 4 hour. Okay. There's a possibility that that entry we were waiting for, that retest has already happened, but we can't still enter here. Okay. We'll have to wait for price to drop down a bit. If it doesn't break this structure, we'll have to wait to see an entry signal here before moving up. All right. So it's like everything indicates buy, 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 buy. Now, with the exception of USD CAD, yeah. Let's start from the weekly as usual. Okay, this nice. Now we have one weekly candle consuming four of the previous week's candles. Okay, that means a strong selling power. All right. So we should be looking for sales. Okay, let's come to the daily. Now the daily looks like it's bearish to me. Let me show you why. Price came here, went up. As you can see, price was playing within the key levels that I've marked, right? That is what it does. It goes there, decides what to do, and changes its mind and comes down. All right. So we go up. Now this means it's bullish, but then it broke this structure here. It broke this structure here, and now came down. And we are here. So the last break of structure was this one. So it means the daily is bearish on this chart. Yeah. Let's check the 4 hour. We can say similar for this. The last break of structure was here, so it's bearish. All right. So we have all the time frames indicating bearish. Okay. So price is currently inside our key level. So what we do is we wait for an entry signal. Just like I said, it could be an engulfing candle, it could be a head and shoulders pattern, it could be a tap on the EMA, it could be a long wick and then it closes within. There are a lot of entry signals that indicates that the price is ready to reverse, and we're going to be talking about that in subsequent videos. All right. So I think my number one pair for this week will be USD CAD because price is already within a key level, and all I have to do is wait for an entry signal to the downside. All right. So for this week, I'll be looking for sales for USD CAD. Okay. I'll be looking for price to give me an entry signal to show me it's time to sell. Then I sell all the way down, maybe to this point. All right. So my number one pair for this week is USD CAD, and I'm looking for sales in USD CAD. All right. Then my second pair for this week will be AUD USD because it's also around or close to a key level, and we are looking for buys. All right, because two of the time frames indicates bullish. Two of the major time frames, the big time frames, indicates bullish, and only one indicates bearish. All right, and I'm sure it will change soon to bullish when the market resumes on Monday. All right, so So I'll be looking for a tap into the round psychological level, a change of character, and then an entry signal to buy. Okay. And then my last pair for this week will be NZD USD, because so far Euro and GBP are not close to my area of interest. So I can't say they are most probably to be traded. Okay. All right. So NZD, same thing here. And we're looking for buys. All right. Okay. So with that said, those are my analysis for the week, my top three currency pairs for the week. And I'll keep you updated during the week, and we'll see how it goes. All right. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell icon so that you'll be privy to more videos and more analysis like this throughout the week. All right. Thanks and have a nice day.